Welcome back to CoLT.
Hey, sup? I'm SnuggleMoose.
I'm also SnuggleMoose.
Okay.
I love that you was like, yeah, let's go. Like he just ended a wicked guitar solo.
Yeah!
So dark.
It was so dark down there, and the air smelled stale and putrid. I couldn't believe what I saw. What was this place?
I don't know.
A ladder? Where's that go? Are those meat hooks? Oh, dear God.
I don't know. Should look up.
Crudely made shelves. They looked like they were holding cans of some kind of corrosive. Okay.
Like acid.
Acid? Oh my goodness.
So acidy.
The labels were worn and slick, but I could still see the warnings. The slight fumes that still emanated from the cans made me dizzy. And then I passed out. The end. Oh, hey. Rusted hooks, like the kind you'd find in a butcher, hung from the ceiling. They looked pitted and worn from heavy use. That man upstairs, did he do this?
Oh, duh.
I was getting more nauseated.
Fishing for the Loch Ness Monster.
Oh, that's a good profession. I was getting more nauseated the longer I stayed there. I felt sick and weak, like I hadn't eaten for days. Yeah,
seems to work well for the folks at the History Channel. I don't think that's a ladder.
No, it's not going to take me down, you don't think?
Well, it'll ask you if you want to go down before you...
That's true. It's very courteous.
It's one thing that ladder and I don't have in common, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, moving on. I'm very respectful.
I feel triggered right now.
Women, you should.
The desk looked old and was caked with grime. On it was a stack of old, faded paper, covered with what looked like names. They were scratched out, and illegible notes were written beside them in faded blue ink. I could only make out a few letters. He. If.
Hey!
He. L. F. Ol.
I'm just gonna make a repeat of that, like a loop for 10 hours.
You should. None of it made any sense to me. Or me. Nothing about Rachel or me was written there. Maybe I needed to keep looking. Alright, let's go check out that other thing before we go through the door. Some kind of homemade rack, slung together with poorly cut wooden rope. It was caked with old blood.
Old blood cake.
Blech. Somebody didn't actually use that, did they?
Did they? I'm gonna have you narrate everything.
The smell in that old room was like old grease and rot. Oh, just a regular room. It's not old. I wasn't getting any closer to finding anything useful.
Bark, 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 bark.
I walk like a weirdo. There looked to be bones half dug into the ground, and remains looked old.
It's bones.
The faded clothes that stuck up amongst the dirt looked familiar. Oh God, it's Rachel!
Rachel! No!
They looked like the clothes the woman was wearing in the photo I found. Was this the man's wife? I wondered, what would I have found if I had dug deeper?
If only you had some tools.
Should I go back upstairs and get them?
Why don't you finish checking out?
It didn't say I could.
Well, maybe some things are contextual.
So now I have to go back upstairs and get them. This game is very back and forth, isn't it? Those boxes would have allowed me to climb up the ladder again, but I didn't want to go back up there. Not with that body. All that blood. Okay. I knew I needed to take a look around.
Well, what the fuck?
Footprints, map, pictures, table.
There are things there that would let me do what you want me, you being the user who is controlling my every move.
Oh, I can go down further. That's why. It looked like a cage. It was small, but there was something coating the bottom. Something wet. That place was getting worse all the time. I knew I had to keep moving. Yeah, I know. Jesus. He's beating his head against the ladder. Some kind of old boxes. They looked like they were years old. Wait a minute. These boxes had old clothes in them.
Wait one damn minute.
Clothes I remembered throwing out after Rachel and I moved to town. What the hell were they doing here? Someone's been digging through our garbage.
Our things, no!
If I was scared before, I was terrified now. Why were there photos of the old house there, and these clothes? Was that why I was here? I checked my back pocket and realized my wallet was missing. Did I come to that house, or did somebody bring me? Bam, bam, bam! Oh, that sound is really terrible. What the fuck? Are those bats?
Those are bats.
It's a good thing I'm not scared of
Where's
bats.
the commissioner?
Baths!
Baths. Scared of baths.
I remember noticing the broken ladder. I had to be careful.
Yeah, I think that's the one that... I think you can walk over it, but that's the one that...
You can't come back from.
Yeah.
From which you cannot return. Oh, I see a skeleton. No. There was a rope hanging there. I wasn't sure how sturdy it was. Did I take it? Yeah, just take all the things. Just go ahead and assume that you're going to take all the things. Because you're going to need them at some point. We're just going to take them all. Maybe the rope would make that broken ladder easier to descend.
Mayhaps it would. What's wrong?
What in the actual fuck was that? Can he not see that there's a skeleton over here? It's in the wall. That
Apparently
was
not.
incredibly terrifying. I had the rope now. There must have been a use for it around somewhere. I didn't hear what it said, though.
I didn't hear either.
Well, that was
I think you
shitty.
should try and go back upstairs again. I'll fast forward this if it's a worthless trip.
Okay.
But
The rope I found would have let me climb down the broken ladder safely. Yes, you climb down. There's nowhere else to go. I could hear a faint hum, and the smell from before started to get worse. My controller's like vibrating out of control.
can you go back up?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll blame the controller. What did it say when you tried to go back up?
Man, it scared me.
I was talking about you being gassy, but...
The ladder was too high to reach. I must have tried to find a way out from where I was.
Bulls.
A bunch of old newspapers, wheat pasted together. A message had been hastily smeared on it. Keep out.
What is
Danger
wheat
due to
pasting?
cave-in. I don't know. What's wheat paste?
I don't know.
Google it.
Let me Google that.
Oh.
Wheat paste.
My word. That is not pleasant. I could still feel a faint impression of the rope I had slid down as I pressed against the heavy metal door. I'm tired. It was probably for the best that I hadn't jumped. The ache in my leg was bad enough as it was. I'm still whining about my fucking leg, even though I'm still wandering all over the place. If I could have, though, I would have run straight out of those awful tunnels. Who would keep such a place?
I talk to myself a lot.
Okay, here's my question. He just wandered around a house with a ton of windows.
Yeah.
How do I get out?
Oh my god! If only there were such a place!
Surely there must be a door somewhere.
How can I egress from this building?
At least, I thought, I had found that old handgun. It seemed to work, and from the smell of it, it had been used already. Probably to kill the dude upstairs. I kept the gun in my pocket. It seemed a familiar weight there.
Wheat paste, also known as flour paste or simply paste, is a gel or liquid adhesive made from wheat flour or starch and water.
The more you know.
It has been used since antiquity for various arts and crafts such as bookbinding, decoupage, collage, papier-mâché, and adhering paper posters to and notices to walls.
An exposed ventilation shaft. Maybe someone crawled through there.
You're welcome, all of you.
But it was so high up that it must have been a sore landing. My leg ached just thinking about it. Wow, 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 with the fucking leg. There was dirt on the ground.
The leg.
It looked wet, and there was grass smeared within it. Odd. There was similar dirt on my own shoes. So maybe I can crawl out of this fucking thing. Guess not.
Weird.
Ooh, do I go up? Or do I go through the door? I'm gonna let you choose.
I think the audience should choose for next time.
Bum, bum, bum!
Like, subscribe!
And comment, should I go through the door? Or up the ladder? P.S.
Or both.
It doesn't matter.
I mean, it does. I like Kate's house. Oh my god.
Can I have some more beer?
You're a gassy Gary.
I didn't really poot, that came out of my mouth.
Even worse. Your poots come out of your mouth.
I make fart noises with my mouth.